Bruh, they really put out Jordan 11 numbers for the Air Jordan 1 Royal Reimagined? So today we saw the official release for the Air Jordan 1 Royal Reimagined. They dropped on the Nike Sneakers app. They dropped at pretty much every retailer. These sneakers were widely available. And I was really interested to see what the stock numbers were going to look like for this release. And when I woke up this morning and I looked at the stock numbers when they came out, it said 672,000 pairs, which really had my mind blown. Like, I was really scratching my head because I don't know what warrants the amount of stock that they made for the sneaker. Like, we're getting into Jordan 11 territory where they make like 1 million pairs. So if you add up what was on the Nike Sneakers app and you add up like what retailers released and stuff like that, like this sneaker had a ton, and I mean a ton of pairs. Now, I'm all for sneakers being widely available, and if you want to pick them up, it should be, an easy cop. You shouldn't really have to fight too hard for every single release, So, I knew this was going to be a GR, but man, like, I think Nike really needs to hire some more consultants. Like, some people like us that are plugged into the community that could tell you what's going to sell and what's not, and what you should make a whole bunch of pairs of and what's not. Nike, I'm available. I'm looking for a job to work for you if you need somebody to help consult some of these things, because basically, I'm just saying, like, whenever you see stock numbers like this, and whether we like it or not, people are automatically going to think in their heads, like, you know what, I'll just wait. I'm not going to pay retail. I'm not going to pay $180 because these sneakers are going to be way below retail in, a month. I'll get them for $150. I'll get them for $160 in a couple weeks or whatever the case may be, which, think about it. Why would you spend more when you can get it for less? You know what I'm saying? And this sneaker didn't have like all the hype in the world to begin with, which honestly, I have this sneaker. I've worn the sneaker. I made videos on the sneaker. It's really nice. Like, I'm not saying it's like a must. I'm not saying it's a sneaker that people are sleeping on and you shouldn't sleep. If you have the OG Royals, you don't need this. But when you look at what Nike's doing, man, it just doesn't make sense, right? Did they think that this was going to be just as popular as the Air Jordan 1 Chicago's Lost and Founds or the Air Jordan 3 White Cements? The Royals, even though it's an original colorway that people love, it's not to like those levels, right? So if you thought it was going to be just as successful or even more successful, I don't understand where that thinking comes in. The Chicago is probably the most iconic sneaker of all time, and the White Cement 3 is probably not that far behind, right? But the Royal has never been on like that level of, the greatest Air Jordan 1 ever. It's like more down a couple of tiers. Still a dope sneaker, still a dope colorway, but it's never going to be a Chicago. So if you thought that this was going to be as successful as that was, or have as much interest as those sneakers, I could see making a whole bunch of pairs, but then why did you only make 500,000 pairs of the Lost and Founds, or 350 or 400,000 of the White Cement 3s? Like, I don't understand what they're doing here. And I guess some people will say, well, they're trying to stop resellers and stuff like that. Maybe you're right. I could kind of maybe see that in some ways. They're making more pairs. We've asked for more pairs, but there's like levels to this. We want more pairs of really hyped, really classic type sneakers like the Chicago. If they would have made 1 million pairs of that, that would have made a lot of sense, and they would have made more money, and it would have probably drove the resale prices down a little bit. But to make like around 1 million pairs of the Royals, that's not doing anything except for like making people not want to pick up the shoe. Like, there's a balance that I think that Nike and Jordan Brand need to find, and I don't think that they have it right now. They're making way too many pairs of sneakers that people aren't really that interested in, and they're making less amount of pairs of the sneakers that we want the most. Like, there's no balance there. Like, I don't know who's making these decisions, but like, they're either 75 years old or they're 19. You know what I mean? Like, they're not doing the sneakers justice, and I know some people might agree with me, some people might disagree with me, but this sneaker, I don't think deserved to have like around 1 million pairs, it just kind of hurts it, I think it's a great shoe. If you picked up the Royal Reimagined, today, when you get it, you're going to like it. The materials ain't bad. It's a nice looking colorway. They pop on feet, but I mean, a lot of people are just, I'll get it in a month and I'll get it for $160. And I kind of feel like, how can you argue with that? But, when it comes to a lot of these sneakers that are coming out, like, you'll see, like, whenever the Kobe Reverse Grinch comes out, there's not going to be no 700,000 pairs of those. And that has a whole bunch of hype. A lot of people want that sneaker, but they'll make like maybe 100, 200,000 pairs at the very, 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 very most of that sneaker. But something like this, they'll make, 700, 800, 900,000 pairs of. So make it make sense, Nike. Make it make sense. Once again, I'm available. If you need a consultant, I'll be more than happy to work for you guys for a nice salary and every single Air Jordan that comes out. But guys, let me know down in the comment section if you picked up the Air Jordan 1 Royal Reimagined, and just give your thoughts and opinions on what I spoke about in this video today. I'd love to hear from you guys. Guys, if you're new, consider subscribing to the channel. Trying to hit 15K before the end of the year. At 15K, there'll be a giveaway open to everyone that's going to include winner's choice of either the Air Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found, the Air Jordan 3 White Cement, or even a Travis Scott Black Phantom. And for my channel members, at 12K, which we're coming up on, 13K, and 14K, we're going to run channel member only giveaways where you'll be entered into a randomizer, and we'll be announcing winners on the live stream that we do every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Air Jordan 3 White Cement in your personal size. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new, share the videos out, do all those great things. I'll see you guys in the next video really soon. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace. For more sneaker content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video.